High stakes. High stakes. High stakes. There's a thing called high stakes where you need to think differently. This isn't an EPL game on a Saturday. This isn't a Papa John's Cup trophy. This is a European Championship semi-final where everything is on the line. Everything is on the line. So there is no time to be, well, maybe, no. There is too much on the line. Way too much is on the line. And we're going to talk about it. But just be clear, if Sterling did dive, I would do the exact same thing. And it is now up to the referee and VAR to now say what's up. But based on how much is at stake, you 100,000% say yes, I would dive because there is too much at stake. Because right now, it's about figuring out a way to win. Win at all costs. It's not how you get it done. It's about getting it done. And Sterling knew this is about finding a way to get it done. But we're going to talk about it. Let's go. Guys, this already goes on as one of the best tournaments I've ever seen. It's already in the conversation. These Euros have been exceptional. From game one to now, it's been exceptional. Now, my thing is, let's see what happens in the final, because this is already in the conversation as the best tournament I've ever seen. So I know for me, Euro 2000, World Cup 94, and World Cup 98. No, sorry. And World Cup 2014, and also the Nations Cup that Nigeria won just for personal reasons. So those are in the conversation because these Euros have popped up right now. There's so many different ways to start. So bear with me as I try and break this all down. Over 120 minutes, England with the better team. England with the better team. And I don't know, I think Delaney had an injury and Christensen had an injury. Why did he take off Damsgaard? Why did he take off Damsgaard? When he took off Damsgaard, I was like, for Poulsen? Poulsen? Forget about the goal he scored, which was an outstanding goal. This is like your best player. This is your best attacking player. Your most dangerous, your most gifted attacking player. The moment he came up, I was like, oh, well, then maybe they're not interested in scoring again. So overall, this game was, before Denmark made all those changes, those three changes that they made, it was a very even game. It was like 50-50. And we even did like a poll. And then some guys said that, so I said after the first half, okay, who do you think was the better team? People were like, some said Denmark, some said England, some said it was even. I thought it was even. You saw how good England were, you saw how good Denmark were. It was very, very even. So look, let's just go chronologically. The funny thing about the free kick was, when they got the free kick, I was like, I see, now this is why you need Eriksen. I was like, look, these guys, they have no free kick specialists. I was like, yeah. So once Damsgaard was there, people blame Pickford a lot about this, but let's keep it real. Pickford, and nobody thought that Damsgaard could hit it as cleanly as that. So you can criticize Pickford as much as you want. You've got to give kudos to a superb, outstanding hit. And I think even before that goal, Damsgaard was already one of my players of the tournament. After that goal, Sampdoria, you've got to say bye-bye to this dude. This guy is getting a big money move this summer. So Denmark were looking good, passing the ball around really well and so forth. So like now, so for England, this was different. You now have to react. You now have to psychologically get yourself back in the game. Kane turned into a number 10. And maybe this is always what we wanted from Kane. So even if you're not scoring, try and affect the game in some way. And as I finally saw Kane coming in deep and spreading plays. And again, you saw him come out wide, put the ball across to Sterling. You see, I don't know whether to say it was a great save by Kasper Schmeichel or it was a bad miss by Sterling. Because you can say to yourself, for Sterling, you should do better. But for Kasper Schmeichel, learning from his father, if you make yourself big enough and a wide enough target, it makes it difficult for the attacker. But Sterling should have scored. Then you now saw the other one. Again, Kane, super pass to Saka. Saka timed his run to perfection. And it was Saka's great movements, great play, timing his run, putting the ball across that just made it very difficult for Kerr to defend it. 1-1, England now were able to now react and going down and being able to react after going behind during a game. So as the game, actually, the game was even. A big moment that swung the game was the substitutions. Again, okay, Delaney, I think, was injured. Christensen was injured. But I think even before those, he made 3 subs. I was like, wait, you don't have to make those subs. Because it's funny, because they said that, like, I think in second half extra time, one of the guys got injured, and then they had run out of subs. So he couldn't make any subs. They were actually playing with 10 men. But it's like, you didn't need to make those 3 subs. It's also for England, it's like, no, the game is 50-50. It's really tight. I don't need to make any changes. Let's just keep it as is. For Denmark, you didn't need to make any changes. So for me, a big moment, because when I saw Damsgaard come off, I was like, bro, that is a great attacking outlet for you in a 50-50 game where you don't know where, if you get like a lucky bounce, you could do something. So that is what swung in England's favor. And ever since those subs were made, England controlled it. England completely 100% controlled the game from there on. So England, so then even as we're approaching towards full time, I was like, no, England, you can win this. Denmark, the moment I saw Poulsen and Goethe as the 2 main strikers and Damsgaard wasn't there, I was like, no, this moron. I'm sorry, the Denmark manager is a moron. You took off Dolberg, who's on 3 goals. You took off Damsgaard, who is your best attacking player, and just scored in this game. So he's obviously on a high. And then you bring on Poulsen, and you have a Poulsen go to, and you think you're going to score through to them. That's just brain dead. That's just stupidity. So I said that, no, Denmark are playing for penalties. These guys are not scoring. With the players they have on that pitch, with no Dolberg and Damsgaard, and I said for England, you don't want the lottery of penalties, because penalties is a lottery you don't want, specifically when you're the better team. So when Kane and everything, they messed up and they were not able to say what's supposed to, oh man, this ain't good. You now come to extra time. And England were completely in control. So just, we need to look at the extra time. I said that, look, England, there's a lot of passing happening. See, whenever you're in a situation where it's a tight game, it's tense, high pressure. And then, you're obviously keeping possession. You're keeping possession. You're keeping hold of the ball. It's going to take an Iniesta, Xavi, David Silva, Fabregas kind of mind to find that amazing pass to cut through a tough defense. So I kept on screaming and saying, someone needs to get on the ball and attack. Why is Messi so good? Because he attacks with the ball. Why is Neymar so good? Because he attacks with the ball. That's what makes them exceptional. So I said, you can pass and pass all you want and just hope for a lucky break and just play the numbers game of just putting the ball into the box, or someone needs to get on the ball and attack and try and drive into traffic and try and just wave their way through. Which brings us to the bone of contention and what is going to be a huge discussion both now and, of course, in our hangout that we'll have on Friday. People need to understand football language. Football language isn't real life language. Real life language is be good, be honest, be kind, be cool. So in the real world language is, hey man, play honestly, don't dive, don't go down, be honest. If you really feel contact. So that is real world language. Now, I need to explain football because this is a football channel. This is the Half of Football Hot, and we call this the home of football analysis. This is a semi-final, European Championships, on home soil. Psychologically, mentally, things are different now. Things are different now. I'll use myself as an example. What have I said before? If I'm playing on home soil and I'm playing for Nigeria, any contact on myself, I'm going down. Now, it's up to the referee to book me or VAR, but for myself, the stakes are too high. It's the same thing with you. We take our minds back to 2010 and what Cannibal Suarez did. I never, ever, ever said a bad mouth about Cannibal Suarez. Now, he's a racist. He eats people, of course. But for that moment, it's like, Cannibal Suarez, congratulations. Well done. Because he understood these are the stakes. I'm going to make it a gamble of handballing it. I'm out. It's a penalty, but I'm giving my team a chance. Sterling was, look, we've got to make something happen here. Because Sterling knew that we can't take this to penalties. Penalties is a lottery, and we are the better team. We have been the better team here, specifically after those substitutions. Like, these guys have surrendered themselves and are playing for penalties based off their substitutions. I cannot let this thing go to penalties. So, I've got to make something happen. And guys, this is football. See, if you don't know football, then please don't watch. Anybody who knows football, this is how football works. The stakes are high, and you're in the box. Any contact, you go down. You go down. If I'm a manager and the stakes are high, I will tell my attacking players, if you feel any sort of any contact whatsoever, you go down and you sell it. You sell that damn thing to that referee and you make sure the referee that, bro, you are buying this penalty. He fouled me, you're buying this penalty. You go down. That's how football works because the stakes are too high. It's about winning. Do what you need to do to win. Now, why didn't they look at VR? Because my thing is, it wasn't a clear and obvious foul. Obviously, it wasn't clear and obvious. So my thing that I don't know what went wrong. Maybe it's the Wembley crowd and the pressure of Wembley, but somebody should have told the referee that I think it's a foul, but the stakes are so high. This is such a monumental decision to give a penalty in extra time in such a closely fought game with so much at stake. Bro, go to the screen. So my question is, why? Because normally they have the guy Peter Walton who basically gives advice and everything. So I didn't know what he was saying, but I would say why didn't anybody tell to the referee that go and look at this because the stakes are too high. This is too big. This is a penalty. It's a penalty. And you've got to feel for Kasper Schmeichel. You've got to feel for Kasper Schmeichel because in my mind, I was like, Kane is scoring. Kane, he's going to score. And he missed. But, which is what they teach you in football and so forth, you have to react. You have to react. You have to react. You have to react. And credit to Kane. He missed it. He obviously breaks the penalty, but he was there to react, put the ball through, and then boom. But you look at things overall, because I told you, Abdul sent me a DM message, and he is obviously pissed off. He's obviously pissed off, as a Danish guy and so forth. He's obviously pissed off because he says that biggest robbery ever. I mean, let me even read what Abdul said. Let me even read what Abdul said. He says, brother, I can't be on the Hangouts analyzing this game. This is the worst robbery I've seen in an international semi in my life. I will not be able to control my language. To go out in that way is disgusting. And you see, I can't wait for Friday because Friday we're going to have a Hangout previewing the Copa America final and the Euro final. So I want to give chance on guys for Friday to discuss this. But I just wanted this to be an old school post-match analysis of just me. Denmark's anger should be towards the referee, not Sterling. I just think that it's very important who you direct the anger to. Direct the anger to the referee or the VAR system. Sterling did nothing wrong. See, it's weird to say that because, that's why I say that there's the real world and the football world. In the real world, oh my gosh, Sterling, how could you dive? Man, diving is bad. That's cheating. You shouldn't cheat. That's the real world. In the football world, which is where we exist, Sterling was playing football. Sterling was doing what you're supposed to do. In this football that we talk, you feel any contact, you go down. And then you hope that the referee buys your dive and it goes for a penalty. Guys, the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high. Don't hate me for saying this stuff. Because nice guys don't win. I'm sorry, nice guys don't win. No one cares about nice guys. I'm sorry. It's all about winning. There is too much at stake here. Too much is at stake. And when there is so much at stake, you do anything in your power to win. Anything in your power to win. And I think Sterling is staking his claim to be player of the tournament. Because what Sterling has been able to do, the plays that this guy has been making, from the goals he has scored in the group stage, the key goals that he has scored, that super pass that he made to Kane against Ukraine, obviously the goal that he scored against Germany, that first goal, and now winning the penalty. Sterling has been big. Sterling, if England somehow win these Euros, he's got to be he's already candidate for player of the tournament. He has to be. He has to be. For Denmark, superb. I think Denmark should be proud. And I think if you're Eriksen, you should my God, you guys did yourself proud. Because Denmark played a superb tournament. And here's the thing. Many people thought this would be a simple Denmark boom. Denmark made it very difficult for England, which is why it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. You see, if you're Danish, I know you can be angry and you look at the whole penalty call. Bro, what was the manager smoking? Why would you take off Dolberg and Damsgaard? You're wasting two substitutions. It's like Dolberg was looking like Dolberg is much more of a threat than Poulsen and Goethe combined. And Damsgaard is your best attacking player. He's the guy that's like, whoa, who is this kid? Who is this freaking dude? So if you didn't be angry that your man just screwed you over and gave England the advantage, that's what you'd be angry for. So, but for Denmark, quality, a great tournament. England, man. I need to get down to Trafalgar Square. See what it's going to be a party because for England, as I said again, this was a great opportunity, and Southgate has already redeemed himself. But you are one step closer to immortality. You're one little small step closer to total immortality. So if you're England right now, as I said again, for England, they're a strong team. And this is a team with very, very strong character. And there are so many previous years where a game like this, England would cower under the pressure. Which is why it's different. See, if this was old school England, this game goes to penalties. Because old school England don't have a player like Sterling. Because old school England, pass, they don't have that individual with just that bit of spice that could just try and create something. And this is why Sterling is so important. And why Sterling has been so key for England is because as a manager, you have your role players. Kane, he's the finisher. Maguire and so forth. These are the defenders. So you got Phillips and so forth. I always need a disruptor. That's the guy that for Italy, who they'll face, that's Chiesa. See, Chiesa is a make things happen merchant. England, for England, Sterling is a make things happen merchant. Those guys, I need you. Big game, I need you just to do something. I need you to do something. It's a big game, high stakes. Make something happen. Make something happen. So, but look, man, shout out to, and also, Pickford was on some madman. But look, it's like, this is just me being real. England deserved to win this game because over the 120 minutes, they were the better team. Now, the better team doesn't always win. They don't always win. But England winning it doesn't feel so much of a robbery because there was so much the better team and they had so much of the better chances. Yeah, guys are basically honking out there like that. But they should have even won this in 90 minutes. Like, look at that chance that Kane had when Grealish gave him that opportunity, man. So, and here's the thing, man. And this is what I always said. I don't think you can beat England in a final at Wembley. Hence why I'm so hyped for Sunday. Because I said, if England are not to win this trophy, you've got to avoid them getting into the final. There's something about this team. There is just a belief. Because I was just talking to my brother right now, and my brother was saying to me that, of course, there's the Sterling story. That Southgate narrative is big. You see, that's the narrative. See, the Sterling thing is just that's like a great redemption story. The narrative is the Southgate narrative. Based off where this guy was in 96, the most hated man in 96. This guy was the most hated. He was enemy number one. And that night when he missed the penalty was horrible. So from that to potentially winning this trophy on home soil, that is an amazing narrative. That is a superb narrative, you know? So Sunday, I'm just saying right now, man, because I'm looking at this England team. You know, you look at the whole BLM thing, taking a knee, people taking the knee, the Sterling thing, racism thing about the team, what the team represents. Everything has just led to this massive moment. That's why Sunday is going to be so crazy. Because we also have the whole Italy narrative, but as your boy LSK would say, man, Winston rises, man. Winston rises, man. Winston rises, man. So, man, let's see what you guys are saying, man. Let's see what you guys are saying, man. See what you guys are saying, man. But look, man, no, these Euros have been crazy. Like, these Euros this has been a superb tournament, man. This has been an absolutely superb tournament, man. I mean, like, it has fully 100% lived up to the billing. You know, like, just in terms of the games, the narratives, the storylines, and we are one. And let's keep it real. Just even the fact that it's England against Italy, that's in itself is a crazy way to end it. That is a crazy way to end it, man. All right, bear with me here. Oh gosh, let me try and get up some of your comments up in this piece, man. Oh man. Okay, there we go. All right. So, all right, let's see what you guys are saying, man. Let's see what your kids are saying. All right. So, from MT says, Sterling shouldn't get picked. Half break. Raise your hands up in the air. Raise your hands up in the air. All right. I see. I am always ready to hold my hands up and say I was wrong. I was wrong. Sorry. Let me just quickly get a drink. I'm sorry. I'm always happy to admit when I was wrong. 1000%. When because based off what he did throughout the season, I was like, should Sterling play? Because he's bricked it. So I don't feel bad of what I said, because based off the season he had, the game he had in the CL final when Chelsea gave those guys down that door, I was like, no, this guy shouldn't be playing. That is why Southgate is the real MVP. Because everybody was like, should Sterling start? People even said should even be in the squad. And yes, I said should he even be in the squad. The fact that Southgate ignored everybody by including him in the squad, and first game, he started him in the first game, and he obviously scored in that first game. So that is what it means for a manager to really be loyal to you. And if you're Sterling, you're like, Southgate's man, a pure solid. But look, I don't regret it. I don't regret me saying that Sterling shouldn't be picked, but that is where a manager ends his coin. Because Southgate would have known that he didn't have a very good season. So you're picking a guy coming off of bad form. But a manager is like, I trust you. Maybe it didn't work out with Pep and Pep's doing, but under me, for me, I know what you've done for me. and I will maintain my loyalty based on what you've done for me. And boom, he's been like, without Sterling, who knows whether England make it out of that group? Because England may have ended up with like three draws, because Sterling was England's only goal scorer in that group stage, and Sterling was a big reason why they topped that group and allowed them to have this route that they had. So that was very key to understand, because who knows, if they had come second, they would have faced the Netherlands. Who knows how that game could have gone? From Shane Schubert, HH defending, diving, and VAR for a Sterling narrative. Nope. Shane, nope. Nope. I remember when I was young, World Cup 94, and I remember when England played both Argentina. No, I remember England played Argentina, because this was my so when Nigeria played Argentina, my first time watching football and stuff, and then these guys were just diving. I was like, "What is this?" So, and I hate it, because I said, "No, this is cheating." So as a young kid, when I saw guys diving, I said, "No, this is cheating." So whenever we played Argentina and Italy, and they were diving, I was like, "What the heck is this?" Then as I grew more mature and older, I was like, which was it, in the real world, it is cheating, but there's a football world. And in the football world, you have to see, this is all on the referee. Hence why they now book you for diving. So the fact is that, first of all, you're booked for diving, and there's technology that states you can look back at things and be like, So back then it was easy to dive and get away with it. It should be harder now with technology and VR, which can use instant replay and look at stuff from different angles. So I'm not defending diving, because diving is part of the game. But Shane, we live in a world where it should be harder to dive and get away with it. So it goes to my point of like, VAR exists. You have people in a booth who can be like, rewind, back angle, early angle, zoom in, slow down, slow motion, and then they can say, "Yo, ref." Because remember, when the referee makes a decision, you have at least 2, 3 minutes to be like, "Do you want to look at it?" So it's a failure. It's a failure on the VAR system, who should have called the referee. It ain't on diving. Diving is inconsequential, because we have the technology to find out if you've dived or not. So we shouldn't even talk about diving, because if you're a guy, it's actually now advisable not to dive, because it's easier to get caught. So from Alex B, thank you for the drop, Alex B. Alex B says, so the ref didn't check the VAR screen in a Euro semi. What's the point of the screen then? I don't know. I have no idea. Because this will add to the narrative. Because this is what people were saying in 66. This will add to the narrative of home soil bias. Home soil, pressure to sort of lean towards the home team's way, because I don't understand how, as I said, it's a Euro semi. The stakes are so high. And you have just given the decision for a penalty. You have to be 500% sure that it's a penalty. Okay? You have to be 500% fully sure that it's a penalty. If you're not, look at the freaking screen. So, because I need to now, obviously, after this, I'm going to watch ESPN FC. I need to know why they didn't go to the screen. Because that was a massive moment in the game. A massive moment in the game, because there is no assumption that if they don't give that penalty that England would still score. There's no assumption that, yes, they were the better team, but that was such a huge decision. From Wise K Jackson says, it's chaos, baby. I love it. Dalingling did it. Sterling, man. Sterling. Daling, man. Daling. Bro, he's pushing for player of the tournament. I mean, what a turnaround from break, Class C break, shouldn't be included in the team, to now potentially being player of the tournament. That's huge. That is huge. From Rambo 339, man. Thank you for the job, Rambo 339. Denmark manager was bribed. How are you taking off Darmstadt and Dulsbeck for a fruit seller and tattoo artist. Either he was bribed or he just had a brain freeze. Because as you said, you took off your two best attacking players for a fruit seller and tattoo artist. See, forget about the freaking diving and the VAR thing. Dolberg is on 3 goals. he has scored 3 goals in his last 2 knockout games. Darmstadt just scored a freaking freaky crazy, and he's one of the best attacking players. What's conceivable? And see, the thing that's just so stupid is that the game was 50-50. Now, if you were getting outplayed and you were getting outpimped and out-hustled, then I get it. It's 50-50, you freaking moron. Why? Because I tweeted it out by saying, wait, why are you bringing off Darmstadt? Why are you bringing off this kid who you could just tell that a guy who scores a goal like that and is as good as Darmstadt is, you don't bring him off. You keep him there for as long as possible. So blame the manager, man. From Shane Schubert, man. Who's gonna tell him that Neil Diamond is American? Nobody will, man. Shade, nobody will. As far as they're concerned, Neil is fully English and Neil is the guy coming home, man. So trust me. Steph Antoniades, thank you for the dub. Steph says Kane is just as effective as Sterling. They both do what they're best at. Kane adding playmaking to his game makes him the MVP for England. That's pass. Steph is a sports fan. Let's keep in mind. Steph is a sports fan. Steph, from the very first game to now, Sterling has been England's best player. See, Kane only came alive when he scored that second goal for Germany. From day one, Sterling has been the key guy. Now, that was a superb pass by Kane. That pass that Kane did to Saka was superb. What Sterling does is critical to a team. Because for Kane, as a superb pass, but those passes are not always going to come off. Having a guy who can dribble or run with the ball and commit players and attack the space is key, which is what you have in Sterling. That's why Sterling is so important, because he's a guy that can really make things happen and unlock defenses. That penalty was won because Sterling was like, I'm going to drive in through and so forth. Because as good as Kane is a bit cumbersome when he's on the ball. He doesn't have the kind of grace and balance that Sterling has when he has the ball. Hence why it was his balance and control that led him to be able to commit 2, 3, 4 demon guys that ended up bringing him down. So come on. From live hard and die, Spahaj. England, Italy, that's hype. The dive is historic. Yes, he dived. As the thing says, yes, he dived. I'd do the same. I would do the same. It's what happens. It's called high stakes. England, Italy, man. Woo! Huge. Pasta versus fish and chips, man. Huge. That is a showpiece final, man. It's going to be huge. I mean, I can't wait for Sunday, man. From YSK Jackson, man. Thank you for the dog. YSK Jackson says, yes, he dived. So what? This ain't club football. It's for your country. Me, HH, and Anans would have done it to get the job done. It's hashtag no excuses. Danish guys, I understand. I get it. And if I was on the receiving end, I'd be pissed off. But be pissed off at the right people. When the stakes are this high, I told you I'm diving. AFCON semi, I'm playing for Nigeria. I run and I get into the box. I feel contact and I'm like, oh no, that contact wasn't strong enough. I'm going to stay up. No, I'm diving so that we can hopefully win a penalty and have a better chance of us scoring. Because all that's in my mind is win. We're not like, well, let's do it this way and we have to win the proper way. No, I'm like, no, win. How can I win? What ways can I twist the rules in order to win? Because it's all about winning. Okay, when you're playing for your country, is win at all costs. Win at all costs. From YSK Jackson says, if you say you wouldn't have done that, you're a liar. Now, some would say Someone said that. See, I wouldn't put that on everyone because I know that there are some people who say, no, I will always play honestly. I don't want honest players on my team. That's just me. If you're honest, cool. That's great for you. I want winners on my team. So all the players that are on my team, especially when it comes to high stakes, I say, guys, you do what needs to be done to win this freaking game because we don't lose under no stakes that we lose in this game. You do everything in your power to win this game because the stakes are too high. I don't give it down. Do anything in your power to win this game because you win. There is nobody when we're not losing this game. So this is what it is. From your boy 7625E, thank you for the dub 7625E, says HH bro, Sterling played like a monster today. Diving in that moment makes total sense. But my thing is, where was VAR? They didn't check robbery. Again, see now, I like that. Sterling did nothing wrong. And Sterling has been a monster. And the investigation and the debate that will happen tonight and for the next few days is, why did they not check VAR? And then another thing is, what is the point of having the technology when you do? Because see, for Danish people, this is where your anger is. So you understand your anger. Forget Sterling. Forget what Sterling did. The technology exists. This is not clear cut. Go and check. Now, if you go and check and you still give it, then you now blame the referee. I say, wait. You saw that in slow motion over 6 times and you still give it? Because see, the referee, from the referee's point of view, of course it's a penalty. From where he was standing and what it looked like and his field of view, of course it was a penalty. But if he now goes to the screen and now sees, slow motion, better angle, zoomed in, he'd be like, well, from my field of view, I didn't see that. Now, from what I see, it's not a foul. So the thing is that why didn't they view it on VAR? Madness. From Live Hard and Die, take the double, Live Hard and Die says, Sterling and Grealish are England's superstars. The game changers. The game changers. You see, Kane is a finisher. He's there just to finish. And also, he can also be a good number 10. Sterling and Grealish are guys where you give them the ball. And those are very key guys. Those guys where just give them the ball and them with the ball at their feet, they create situations. Those are very key players, which is why those guys are very important. So yeah, Sterling and Grealish are very, very key based on what they can do with the ball. From YSK Jackson, thank you for the dub. He says, also, why are people after Sterling? Blame VAR, stroke the ref. I understand people's anger. Like, see, you have to put yourself in the mind frame of people who are angry. You're angry, like, he dived. So I was trying to explain, but I understand a Danish's anger towards Sterling. If you've lost. I fully understand a Ghanaian's anger towards Cannibal Suarez. Of course, I understand it. I explain why he did that, but their anger is understood. 100%. Anybody that's dived that led to a penalty and so forth, you'll be angry. So their anger is understood, but after some of them, it's football. It's football. It's how it works. From 7625E, thank you for the 7625E. My guy, please rewatch the footage. There was no contact. Contact was made while he was halfway down. The dive. It smells like bias. Shakes my effing head. I saw it. Maybe I need to say it again. So I saw it about 2-3 times. And what I saw was he was coming, and I think it might have been a Vestergaard who clipped him at the back of his leg. Now, maybe I need to see it again and watch it again, but I think I saw Vestergaard clip him. But 76625, it's like, okay, there was no contact. VAR. Now, I think I saw contact, but maybe I didn't see it enough times because obviously, as I was watching, I was a bit hype. But referee, you can go to the screen, take your time, watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, different angle. The tech is there. You don't. It is crazy. You just make and stick to that decision when you say no. Let me be fully sure. Put it this way: every penalty should be checked, in my opinion. Okay, put it on. A situation like that, you check. Even if you're 100% sure, check. Just to be sure, because it is too important a decision just to rely on the human eye. From the Milan Messenger, thank the job. Apparently, there were two balls on the field too when Sterling dived. Were there? I don't remember that there ever been two balls on the ball. I don't remember that, man. I'm not sure. I don't think there were. From MT says, easy path to the final, 6 games at home. Guys, I know you hate them, but chill till 2022. The football gods will punish them for today next tournament. See, my thing is, you talk about easy path to the final, 6 games at home. Okay, so do you blame so do you say France's World Cup win in 98 doesn't count because they played at home? Or Argentina's World Cup win in 78 doesn't count because they played at home? So yeah, England are like guys, due to COVID, people couldn't hold their venues for this Euros. So England were like, no, we want to give our country the best chance of winning it, so we're going to outbid everybody. It is what it is. And here's the thing. So France played it on home soil. They lost to Portugal. Brazil played it on home soil. We saw their themselves get ripped open by Brazil. Home soil is a nice advantage. If you're the better team, it doesn't matter where we play. And even Del Piero said that, oh, we actually like being the villains and the away team playing in someone else's fortress. So that's what it is. Sunday is going to be interesting. And look, we'll see what happens in 2022. From 7625 E-Man, thank him for the dub. He says, you're right, VAR is what is at fault. Why didn't they check VAR? Where the stakes were super high. This is a major robbery. Guys, chill on Sterling, though. Doesn't make sense. That's why I said I've got to watch ESPN FC or look to Twitter as to like, why would he just give the penalty? Like, I say, and as a referee, who cares whether you're under pressure at Wembley and so forth? Go to the screen. But see how it works is the referee is going to talk to his boy, say, yo. And that's the scary thing, because the referee will obviously talk to guys and be like, guys, I think that was a penalty. What do you think? And they'll be like, yeah, it was. So it's the guys in the booth that should be like, but those guys in the booth, from what they saw, were like, hey man, it was and guys, maybe I need to watch it again. From what I saw, there was contact. From what I saw. So if I was in the booth, maybe I'd have said, hey, it looks like contact. But even if I said, yeah, I think it does, stakes are so high, go to the screen. Just go to the screen, just be doubly sure. From Yassi's side, man, thank you for the Yassi's side. It says HH Sterling Chief Oga. Southgate has to be in the convo as one of the greatest England managers in England's history. First ever European final. Respect. Chief Oga is a bit much. It's a bit much. I don't think he'll be made that. Chief Oga is now Lewandowski, but Sterling has really shut a lot of people up. Like me. He's really shut a lot of people up because this guy has been money. He has been money at these Euros. And yes, he has, based on how we were abusing him, he's been one of the best players at these Euros. Well, Southgate is already one of England's best managers because World Cup semi in 2018 and now a European Championship final, the first ever European Championship final that England have ever made and their second ever final in their history. So he's already one of England's most successful managers, 100%. So obviously the dude who got into the 66 final, cool. But based off that flex, because Venables got them to the semi in 96. Robertson got into the semi in 1990, World Cup 90. But Southgate of 2018 semi and now 2021 final. And look, if this team continues to grow, they can make some noise in 2022. Because this, I think, this is the real golden generation. Those clowns from before, those guys were just for gazes. They were fraudulent. These are the real dudes. From Osasuna. Osasuna says, Abdul, this is my revenge. You talked so much crap about how I was arrogant when I was just talking facts. I slipped my Dutch ref friend a 20 for you. Osasuna, that's messed up, man. Osasuna, that's messed up. That's messed up. Osasuna, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Abdul, you better get Osasuna. So he paid him. He paid him. Abdul, you shouldn't have gone after Osuna, man. I think he paid the man. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's deep. From YSK Jackson, man. Thank you for the dub. Says some guys here now all righteous all of a sudden. YSK, look, man, it was a big call. It was a big call, and people are reeling. People are pissed off. And you see, just the worst thing about it was that like Casper, he saved it. See, now imagine that narrative if Kane had missed. Imagine if Kane had missed, But it is what it is. From 765 email, thank the dub. Not Danish, but by God, they played so beautifully. And to go out this way is effed up. It's okay. Italia will make England prostrate before them. Forza Italia. I think. See, here's the weird thing that I think that's developing. People already didn't want England to win. Everybody was supporting Denmark. Now, because it went down like this, everybody in the world, apart from English people, will be supporting Italy. I think every non-English person is going to be rooting for Italy. So it's going to basically, it just adds so much more spice to Sunday. It's going to add so much more spice to Sunday, man. But it's harsh, man. From King Gambani says, the real Prince Harry, say his name. Is that a crown and an English flag? Imbani, relax. Imbani, you are Nigerian, okay? Relax, okay? Respect your Niger people. From Shane says, don't blame Sterling, the ref, or VAR. Blame Yogi Love. Shane is still reeling from Yogi Love sniffing his balls. From him sniffing his balls and doing his damn thing, man. All right, let's see what else did I say. From Abdul. Hey, Abdul. Okay, now this is interesting. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip. Because I think Abdul has got me in a corner here. So Abdul, who is Danish, by the way, Abdul says, had it been Cristiano Ronaldo diving, you would cry. Hypocrisy. Had it been Cristiano Ronaldo die, but Abdul, it doesn't negate my point. If Cristiano dived, of course I would hate it because of Penaldo, and I always say, well, because my thing with Cristiano is you're always diving to win penalties and so forth, but it doesn't negate the original points. Okay, he dived, and Cristiano, you bloody dive a penalty, you loser. VAR. If the referees use VAR, they should be able to see that, oh, he dived, no penalty. The point of the matter is that we have the technology that even if people dive, they should be able to be caught. So again, the anger shouldn't be towards the guy that's diving. The anger should be towards you not using the tech. Now, if this was back in the 90s or the 2000s, then you can throw hellfire at the diver because the referee is relying on his field of view. And if you sell it well, the referee is always going to give it based off his field of view. If you sell the dive well, you can sell the dive as well as you want to. In today's world, there are too many camera angles. There are way too many camera angles. So again, don't hate the diver. Hate the VAR and the machine and the tech. From Martin Rosario says Mussolini will get redemption on Sunday. Italian flags. What's it called? Mussolini versus what's it called? Lugard. Yeah, Lugard was the guy who effed up Nigeria and carved up the whole country and everything. Him and his dumbass wife. Look, man, I mean, it's gonna be big. Like Martin, people already going to be hyping that game up now. It's going to be huge. That game is going to be huge. Massive. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive, man. From Primera Marmot, Marco better shop HH. Primera, relax. Relax. Let Marco relax. Just chill. Why are people coming after Marco? Let Marco relax and do his thing. Let Marco relax and do his thing. From Wanda Makier, from Wanda, says, it's an absolute disgrace. A disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. No, this is not as much as it is. See, this is the difference here. Back then, there was no VAR. Even if the referee still effed up, there was no VAR but back then. Bro, there's VAR now. Hence why this, if you're Danish, I say, please direct your anger towards the right place. Not Sterling. Why did they not go to VAR? Hates on the refs and those people in the booth. From your boy Whitesky Jackson says, wonder what Abdul would have said if the roles were reversed. Oh, he would have been fine with it. So if Goatwit went through and Goatwit dived and they gave it without giving to VAR, and do you think Abdul would like, well, so it is what it is. And you see, guys, it's football. It's football. It's football. It's how it works. Okay? It's how it works. Direct your anger in the right place. From Osasuna, man, if this were Cristiano Ronaldo, he would say the same. Just pissed. Yeah, no, like, I understand people's anger. And based off what Denmark have done, the Disney storyline, how they played, how close the game was, it is bitterly disappointing to lose to a penalty, and a contentious penalty that you feel was too soft. VAR failed you. The refs and VAR failed you. From Whitesky Jackson says, HH bro, I absolutely commend Sterling for doing what it takes. But come on, man, you can't say diving is part of the game, but clown Cristiano for doing it. Whitesky, here's the thing. My thing is, the reason why I clown Cristiano is you actively look for penalties. See, Sterling has look how many goals from open play Sterling has scored. So Sterling has a run the game where, okay, I'm dribbling, I'm getting the ball in there and so forth. Sterling isn't actively looking for penalties. Cristiano is actively looking for penalties. At any opportunity, he's looking for a dive. Like this was the only like sort of diving thing that's like Cristiano is a known diver. So this is a thing where no, I'm actively trying to look to get penalties. So I say that the diving is part of the game. So that's not what I hate on him for. I hate on how no, you are actively looking for penalties. You're cheap, So that's my thing. From Empty says Churchill versus Mussolini, the battle for resurrection, bro, is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Mussolini against Churchill onto the bridge. We will never surrender. We will never surrender. Bro, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Red Devil Studios says Italy and England best defenses in the final. Coincidence? Speak on it. No, it's not. No, it's not. Red Devil, do you want to go deeper? Let's go deeper. Pause. Who won the Champions League? Chelsea. Where their superior defense was huge. Who won the Europa League? Villarreal, whose defensive work from Pau Torres and Raul Albiol was key in getting them to the penalties. As you just said, the two best defensive teams. So I think Italy have conceded 3 goals. Wait, no. Yeah, no, 2 goals. No, 3 goals. They considered 3 goals. But yeah, they have been the toughest defenses have been Italy and England. Because obviously Italy faced a lot of better teams where they were. But so Italy, England best defenses. Brazil's attack is a tough defense. So I do believe that what you're going to see throughout this year is defenses are now back. Because I believe Brazil will win the Copa America due to how tough their defense is. And whoever wins between England and Italy, they would have been a team who had a very tough, strong defense. So very true. Abdul said, so Abdul says Schmeichel had lasers pointed at his face. from Twitter. Okay. He said he had lasers pointed at his. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. Because there was a moment when Hoiberg said something to the ref, and the ref then said something to the ref and I think it's because obviously guys were using lasers. Look, it's what happens when you're at Wembley. See, I mean, that's England are desperate to win this, so they're gonna come with lasers, nukes, fire, flamethrowers. They're gonna use everything in their power to try and offset guys now. So I said it is what it is. I told you that somebody should have stopped England from getting the stuff at Wembley. The fact that it's at Wembley, guys, I'll tell you right now, the ref is getting paid. So come Sunday, that ref is getting paid. England are the European champions. Italy, I'm sorry, I know the ref's getting paid. The payments has already been sorted out of VAR and so forth. The booth. Because come Sunday, everybody's doing everything in the power to ensure that they win that thing. That's the issue. You shouldn't allow them to make it at Wembley. From Alex B says, check Twitter. There were 2 balls, rigged match. Oh my god, man. Look, I'll check Twitter. Look, this is people will talk. We'll have this. I didn't see 2 balls there. I did not see two balls there. I didn't see 2 balls there, but I get it. I get it from guys. I get it. From Shane Shergill says, HH, when is the McBrick Hangouts Cup coming? Oh, he said that's Mbrick. Wait, who the hell is Mbrick? I don't know who's talking about Mbrick. But regards to Hangout, Hangout is this Friday. We're gonna have a special Q&A Hangout this Friday, taking questions about the Euro final and the Copa America final. So Hangout is going to be this Friday. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like this Friday. Yeah. It's going to be this Friday. All right. Let's see what something you guys are saying. From Kyle Mukian. Thank you for the brother of Kyle Mukian says, which is the bigger game? Argentina v Brazil or Italy v England? Argentina Brazil is the bigger game. But here's the thing. I think Italy-England will be a much closer game. I think Italy-England, Brazil-Argentina. See, Italy-England, I get it. England first time ever in the final, Italy and so forth. But the narratives of Argentina and Brazil are too strong. Like, I get it. England, the first final in ages. Italy, the redemption story. Messi, never winning anything with Argentina. Playing in Brazil. Neymar, never winning anything major with Brazil, playing in Brazil. Neymar and Messi both played together at Barcelona. Neymar versus Messi. That, and thank God that they're on different days. So obviously that game is going to be on Saturday and Euro final is going to be on Sunday. Like England, Italy is huge. Make no mistake, it's huge. Italy going to England's backyard and so forth. It's going to be a huge game. It's going to be a massive. Like its game is going to be massive. It's going to be it's a massive game. It's going to be Mussolini against Church. It's going to be a massive game because for Italy, because basically it's the sort of host team and so forth are facing the best team. Like Italy have been the best team at these Euros, so it's going to be big. But no, Argentina Brazil is like Neymar against Messi, But Brazil are winning. Because I said to people, there is no chance Brazil will allow Argentina to beat them on home soil. And I always said that, look, if Argentina lose that game, all right, Messi should have done it in 2016. If Brazil lose that game, Neymar's career is finished. So Neymar has more to lose than Messi. From Chainsaw DH, Brexit and win Euros. Power move. Respect Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, yeah. So basically, but wait, should they be allowed to take part in the Euros if it's Brexit? But look, yeah. If England win, it's about Brexit. We won the Euros, even if we're not in Europe. It's a flex. That is a flex. Why should I respect Cristiano Ronaldo? Respect him for what? For penaltying his way to 5 goals? Give me a break. No way. From Zoteng TV, Glad El Terling Dove. I don't want to watch Italy versus Denmark. Italy Denmark would have been a cool game, but my thing is that Italy would have easily beaten Denmark. Easily. It would have been a pretty, like Italy would have beaten Denmark, either in 90 or 120. Italy, England is a much closer game. Specifically because England are on home soil. Italy, England, I think it's the better game based on how I think it's going to be. Italy, England is much closer than what I think an Italy, Denmark would have been. From Beata Klump says, like the dub, which team have the more convincing trip to the final? So by convincing, I suppose you mean by the way that they've played. Ooh, I'd have to say it's Italy. I mean, it's tough. I think I'd still say Italy based on who they faced. So they faced Belgium, most talented team in the tournament, and they beat them. They faced Spain, who I think Spain were one. I mean, you can be annoyed with how Spain play and how they keep possession. Spain were played really, really well. And Italy really suffered in that game, and they found the characters to stay in the game. They went into the lead, went back to the lead, maintained themselves to the game with some key defending, great saves, and then of course won on penalties. So, because Italy have had a much harder path to this final because they had to beat both Spain and Italy. They had to beat both Spain and Belgium. But England have also been pretty good as well, because England had to beat Germany, which was always a banana skin that they had. And it always goes back to Muller missing that chance. I just feel that Muller missing that chance may have just been destiny calling for England. From Berto Klump, who says, from Wiseke Jackson, I'm convinced Cristiano did something with Mama HH. No, he didn't. Thankfully, because if he did, I would destroy him. No, just that. I just think that he's not that good. He's overrated, and he stole Ronaldo's name. Your Cristiano or Cristina, that name Ronaldo is trademarked. From Osasuna, who says, Robin never dived. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And I think that's a smiley face. Robin, he did dive against Mexico. Because Robin understands what it means to win a game. Because I told you, diving exists. Deal with it. Diving exists. Which is why what he says to the defenders is ensure you make a clean tackle and hope that the referee knows what he's doing. And hope and pray that they freaking use VR. From Uncle Wham. Uncle Wham says, HH, Sterling dives, it's football. Neymar dives, it's football. Robin dives, it's football. Cristiano Ronaldo dives. You cheating piece of crap, fraudulent to football. Uncle Wham, look, my issue with Cristiano is how he actively looks for penalties. Those guys there don't actually look for penalties. Robin, I told you, Robin is a top 5 player of all time. If you push me top 3, those guys are initiators that still rely on their skill. Cristiano doesn't rely on his skill, relies on, let me just get into this position because he knows how good he is at penalties, and then he just hopes that if he gets brought down, then it can all be good, man. So, for me, it's Cristiano actively seeking those pens, man. All right, from Totally Awesome, hope to God England don't win for us non-EPL merchants. Totally Awesome, brace yourself. I understand Italy. I respect Italy, but brace yourself, bro. Because my thing is this. My thing is this. England, Wembley, one game, the team talk they'll have, the crowd, the atmosphere. I think England are European champions. I think England are European champions. From MT, who says, and if England do win that whole thing, my God, stay off Twitter. EPL merchantry is going to go to a whole other level. From a boy MT says, oh, by the way, I have the same amount of goals as Mbrick. Oh, Mbrick. So obviously this is about Mbappe. The Mbappe hangouts has already happened because I reminded people that he has a World Cup and he's scored in a World Cup final. How many goals do Cristiano or Messi have in a World Cup final? Oh, What did Cristiano and Messi do at 19 years of age? Sorry. From your boy Martin Rosario. Look at the dub. He says, friendly reminder that Mbappe choked against Swiss cheese. And Martin, friendly reminder that Mbappe, as a 19-year-old, single-handedly dumped Messi out of the World Cup and also scored in a World Cup final. And as a 19-year-old, was a World Cup winner, scoring in a World Cup final. The second teenager in history to do that. The other one being Pele. Remind me again what Messi and Cristiano have ever did as a 19-year-old. Mbappe has already surpassed Cristiano and Messi in one World Cup than what Cristiano and Messi did in several World Cups. I'm sorry, he's clear. He's clear. I'm sorry. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't say. And also, this is not about Mbappe. This is not about Mbappe. We're talking about England, man. From your boy Shan Shergill, who says Cristiano dribbles like a robot, and his fanboy still gas. That's because people are obsessed with their man. They're obsessed. People are obsessed, So they will always be tribal. Cristiano has been trashed for the last 3 years, and this version of Messi today is better than the very best version of Cristiano, and that's just a hard fact. Let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Italy need to smash England as justice for Denmark being cheated. Guys, there's going to be a lot of dialogue, man. Busy. So let me get this straight. So if England win these Euros, are we not going to count it? Let me just ask the live chat. So if England end up winning these Euros, are we not counting it? Is that what everyone is now saying? So it doesn't count based off this decision, Shout out to Bash, a Football Hub member. HH, you're more obsessed with him. I'm not, man. Like, what are you saying? I'm obsessed with him. I'm not obsessed with the dude, man. Come on, man. I'm not. Says they weren't cheated. Everyone is forgetting England should have had a pen in the second half. Kane was fouled. My brother told that to me because I'll talk to my bro, and my bro said, okay, fine, the whole Sterling thing. Well, Kane got fouled, and that should have been a penalty. So maybe it just evened up. Everything got evened up, man. So, Mickey Mouse win. He says, "Nah, that's not true. 08's Cristiano and 2014's are as good, if not better, than this Messi." No. Then you obviously have not been watching the Copa America. Because if you were watching the Copa America, the best version of Cristiano isn't doing what this guy is doing, man. All right, let's say. Says Christ, people are actually saying it won't count. You have really influenced people with your Cristiano. I told you, man. This is the home of football analysis and also the home of the narrative home. This is the narrative home, man. Is the narrative home. Oh Lord. Because Abdul says, HH, please check Twitter DM quick. Oh Lord. Jesus, Abdul. Oh well, the video is not playing though. Yeah, the video doesn't want to play. Basically, he's sending me a video that shows how he was blinded by the laser. But okay, so even if he was blinded by the laser, he still saved the penalty. So did the laser affect him on the laser could not have affected him on the rebound. So people say, well, maybe the laser helped you because he saved the penalty, you know? Let's see. Let's just watch what the guys are saying, man. Lord. You see, my thing is, look, guys, I get it. I get it, man. I understand, my guys. Guys, I'm saying, do you think Sterling gets knighted if England wins? He might do, but Oh no, no. I mean, what the hell was that? I mean, he might do, but I think if anyone is getting, Kane is getting knighted first. No, no, no. The first person to get knighted is Southgate. I think, despite of whatever happens, Southgate is good. It's Southgate's right now. So Southgate 100% is getting knighted, man. You know, all this, all this, based off everything that has happened, I think all of them have. Um, Says England fans booed the Denmark national anthem. God help us. Oh no, no, look, standard. Now I think that's pretty disrespectful to boo, but standard. Although the same thing happened when I think it was back in 1990 where like it was in the final Argentina against West Germany. And then because Argentina beats Italy in the semi, the Italians were booed the Argentine national anthem. And you actually see Maradona like saying, "What the vicious," you know. Um, Now, this is a storyline. See, if Kane's first ever trophy is a European Championship, wow. So he wins a European Championship ahead of ever winning anything at club football. How insane is that? Your first ever trophy is an international trophy. That would be crazy. Um, Can you explain to me why England is playing all the games at home except one? Well, due to COVID pretty much threw everything opposite, because I think it was like Red Devil Studio actually explained this to us. So because normally before COVID, it was played all around Europe. So all around Europe, so it was all, everyone had a fair share of where it would be like, had Dublin everywhere. But due to COVID, some countries just couldn't host it based off their COVID restrictions and their cases. So what UEFA did was, okay, whichever country can host, you can now bid to host games. England have got the cheddar and got the cash. Look, bro, this is a great opportunity. We're going to now bid crazy money and outbid everybody and ensure that we have a path where as many games as possible are played at Wembley for us. So it was due to COVID. It just came down to money. So that's the thing, man. Says, come on, how many times have we seen bad decisions given against England over the years? Maybe not a pen, but the one on Kane was. Also, why are the haters reaching for their excuses? Look, I think there is an element of people really, they wanted the Denmark storyline to come true. And I get it. And people are hot about the Danish storyline. And if, let's say, England just won clean and clear, cool. But again, it goes back to the point that I was making. Everyone dives. Don't hate on Sterling. Hate on VAR and the refs. So don't even hate on England. Hate on the like. Nobody is stopping the referee or the people in the booth from saying, "Oh, we need to view this." Nobody is stopping them. So I don't know how guys said, "Oh no, I want England to lose." England, how is it cheats or now? Unless we find out that Osasuna made a payment or Queen Lizzie made a payment to them, then cool. So until we have evidence that Boris made a payment to the referees and the VR system to say, "Oh look, make sure that then boom." So until we have that evidence, I just blame the referees for breaking it. That's my thing. So guys, remember, man, please, guys, drop a like, man. Drop a like. This home of football analysis. Drop a like, subscribe, and so forth. Because remember, we'll be back here on Friday. Friday, 10 p.m. We'll have a special Q&A hangout. Everybody is involved. Everybody is invited. From 10 p.m. BST this Friday. 10 p.m. BST this Friday, we'll have a Q&A hangout where we'll take questions relating to the Copa America final and the Euro final. But guys, here it is. Denmark, well done. Congratulations. You played a great game. You played a great tournament, and you should feel proud that you reached this far and you got this far. So for Denmark, congrats. England, it's one more game. One more game. And guys, we have a final. England against Italy. It's the big one. It's a massive one. This has already been a superb Euros. And all that needs to be said is come Sunday, it's going to be war. We ride. Bye.